Hi YouTube. It's January the 29th today. I've had a very busy day. I'm going to try to get through this and actually let you know what's been going on. This morning I had an 8:30 class and then I slept through 4 alarms again. Don't know how I managed to do it. I really gotta stop sleeping through my alarms, but I was running a little bit late. Thankfully only 2 guys needed to ride to school today, Donald and Todd, so I picked them up, got to class. Now this is my Wednesday, right? I have 2 hours of programming, which is an important class. You have to go to that. Have an hour break, then an hour class, an hour break. Problem with that is the class in the middle is technical report writing. It's very hard to take that class seriously, especially when it's in the middle of 2 breaks. You know, it's an ideal day to skip off, and that's what the guys did today, actually. We have a test in technical report writing tomorrow, so I figured I would go to class, be the responsible one, and make sure I understood what was going on with the test. So I got the format, I got what's going to be on there, what we cover kind of thing. And the guys, instead I went back to Todd's house and watched Sharknado and ordered a pizza. So, you know, that's also cool too. Whatever, I could have been doing that. Instead, I took the first hour break and came back to my place to grab my hard drive to get the data files that I've been working on for web development, my HTML assignment that's due Friday. So I got my hard drive. There's also a slice of pizza waiting for me on the counter, so I took that slice of pizza back to Todd's and hung out with them for a bit. Then I went to class, got all the information I needed for the test, shared it on our Facebook group, and then I had a next hour break. Donald and Todd were talking today about a lab and server, and I'm like, oh my god, there's a freaking server lab. I couldn't remember the teacher saying it, but they're like, Wednesday's always our lab days. I'm like, okay, that makes sense. And turns out it wasn't. It turns out we didn't have a lab today, but I told Nathan we did, and he's like, I can't miss a lab. He was homesick, poor guy, and I went and I got him, drug him out of bed, and brought him to the lab, because he couldn't miss a lab, and we didn't have one. Now, the weird thing about today, right, was in server, but by the time I left for the second break, it was fine outside, got to Nathan's house, hung out there for a bit. When I went to leave, it was snowing slightly. You know, I know we were supposed to have snow today. Starting to snow. It wasn't bad or anything, though. Then we get to server, and I want to say a half hour into server, Dave pipes up. He's like, boys, Cone is closing at 4, says on Twitter. And Albert just looks up like the teacher's just like, what? And check the news, yeah. School is closing at 4. Look outside. Everything is covered in snow. It's like a blizzard outside. This is freaking Newfoundland for you, right? Yesterday, it was warm enough that I was walking around in a sweater. I want to say earlier yesterday, it was sunny and warm outside. It was actually beautiful outside. Looked like spring. And seriously, I was driving into school yesterday. I'm like, what is this supposed to be? This is January, right? And they're like, yeah, it's January. That looks like May. But you know. It was really warm, really nice, and today it was just a little chilly. The weather was fine up until a couple hours ago, and now it's shit outside. The roads are slippery. Not the worst conditions ever, but if you don't have to drive, don't kind of thing. It's not the best to drive on right now. I know this because after school, after class, I think we all left around 3:30ish instead of 4, because he's like, give you the rest of the half hour, the last bit of class here, you can work on blah blah blah, whatever. And no one did. Everyone got up and left. Actually, Franklin started taking pictures of people because he's gonna make a new a new photo cover for our Facebook group page. There's an old one, and there's a bunch of people in it that have left class, and I'm like, you should make a new one. And he's turning us into the freaking Last Supper, and he starts telling me about this. He's like, I'm gonna take all your heads and I'm gonna put it on the Last Supper picture, and it's in your Sam. All right, look at it. You're this guy. Richard's gonna be Jesus, and you're this guy. You're the guy that's going like this. I'm sure. Whatever you say, Frank. You do that. I bet it's gonna look great, though. It's gonna kind of be probably hilarious, hopefully, or totally rude. I don't know. Anyway, yeah. So this is what we do in server class. This is my class. This is my life. But yeah, so it was totally snowing. It was absolutely wretched. I left around 3:30, got my car cleaned off, and I took Donald to Time Masters because of the sale. I feel like I told you about that yesterday. I bought a board game not a board game, a tabletop game, which was kind of awesome. Smash Up is one where you can, like, I could just be repeating this for next week, anyway. You can be like an alien, or a pirate, or a robot, or dinosaurs, or ninjas, or like wizards, or there's like a bunch of things you can be, right? And what you do is you choose two of them. So you can be like a robot ninja. And you get that deck, you get the robot deck and the ninja deck, you combine them together, and you make your little robot ninja faction guys things, and it's kind of cool. And you fight, what is it? You fight like a area or like a thing, like it's a card, and it has like whatever on it, and it has like points and stuff. But you fight that, and you got to try to be better than everyone else. Anyway, it's supposed to be a fun game. I'm super excited to play it for the first time. I totally got off time. I took Tom on the Time Masters, and he had to look around because of the sale. And then I drove back home, dropped him off, and it's like, these roads are fucking shitty. But I had to run a couple errands, so I went to the grocery store. I found yogurt with nuts and berries, which is kind of awesome. It's going to be a great snack later. I also found some decent sushi, which I was very surprised about, because I like sushi, right? The first couple times I ever tried it, though, I always had, like, grocery store sushi, and it's not good. Like, it's really not good. Like, I had sushi from Sobeys before, and like every time I tried it from Sobeys, like, it's stuff, it's terrible, why am I even eating this? And like, I don't like sushi. But then I go to this place in here, I think it's Kimichi and Sushi in Atlantic Place. I've been to Sun Sushi, I've been to Asian Taste, and every time the sushi's been fantastic, so I know I like sushi, and I'm like, I'll give this stuff a try. Like, I've tried this kind of thing before. This one looks good today, though. Getting home, open it up, had a spicy California roll, it's freaking delicious. So I was super stoked about that. But yeah, I had to run errands, so I did. I went to the grocery store, got just a couple things, not a lot. Then I had to get gas, and I came home, and I'm not leaving for the rest of the night. I'm gonna stay in this house. I'm gonna have a bubble bath, and I'm gonna relax and finish my HTML assignment. Maybe pour up a glass of whiskey too. Like, why not? That's gonna be the rest of my night. It's gonna be me chilling out here. Yeah, I think that's it. I think that's all I had to talk about today. Like, I could be wrong, but I'm gonna go ahead and cut this, and I'll talk to you tomorrow, YouTube. See you.